Hey children, we continue with the Vedic Maths. This is Vedic Maths 2. So what do? We begin with a very quick revision. So I'm going to multiply these two numbers, right? So the first thing that we need to decide upon is my base on which I'm working. And I know that my base for the question is 4 zeros over there, right? So first, what do? We need to find out how much less is it. So it's 250 less, the next one is 2 less. You can try it on your own if you are quite aware of the previous lecture. So because both of them are negative, so what do? We get 500. Both the negatives, they get cancelled and it is 2 less than this. So it's 9748 and that is the right answer. What about when we go 1007 and 1010? Again, my base taken up over here is just 1,000, right? All right, so it's just 1,000. So I'm going 7 more than 1,000. So I get a plus 7. And for the next one, I get a plus 10. What do? We need to multiply these parts. We learned it last time, right? You can go to the previous video and check in case you are not able to follow what I'm saying. Now, because my base had got 3 zeros, so the number in this particular portion needs to have 3 digits. So correctly speaking, 7 into 10, I get a 70, but I need to add a 0 over here. And then I can do 1007 plus 10, I get 1017, or I do 1010 plus 7, I still get the same answer. So either of the two operations you follow, but that is the right answer. Now this one is a novel concept. Probably we have not covered up any questions based upon a similar type in the previous section. So what are we doing? We are finding out the square of 950 and we have another way of doing it. What am I doing? I'm trying to find out the square of 950. So we will take up in detail once we go ahead with a Vedic method of calculating the squares. Herein I know it is 50 less than my decided base and we all know that my decided base over here is 1000. So as compared to this one, 50 less, 50 less, when I multiply, I get 2500. So this 2 becomes my subscript. Why? Because I need to carry it. The reason is here I cannot have more than 3 places because there are 3 zeros in my base. So I cannot have more than 3 places. So this 2 becomes a carryover. So it becomes 900 plus 2 right away. So this was a novel concept, right? So I'm just giving you a few more problems so that let me see if you have come onto the right phase with me, right? Okay, let's pick it up. Let's pick it up. So it's 1200 into 1020. Decide the base. First thing is you need to decide the base and continue to work. So again, the same story. I've got 1200, which is like 200 up, right? So I'm going to write plus 200. And when I pick it up, 1020. So this is like 20 up. Right? Now I need to multiply them. So herein when I multiply them, I get something like a 4,000. I hope I'm doing it right. So I'm getting a 4,000, but I should be only getting 3 zeros, right? And when I add them, what do I get? I get 1200 plus 20. So it is like 1220 right away. All right, now what do I need to do? I need to carry over, right? So my portion over here, this 4, it needs to be carried over right away. So I need to carry it over. And what is my answer? You got it? Perfect. That's the right way of doing it. So you have to place your answer in the text box or maybe in your copy. So it's going to be 1224 and then 3 zeros. That will be my answer for the question. Similarly, I'm going to take up 122 multiplied by 110. That's going to be my next question. All right, so I hope you've started doing it. So we have 1, 2, 2, which is like 22 up. So you should, you should do it in the beginning. You should place a plus sign. And when you're doing 1, 1, 0, this is like 10 up as compared to my base. Now 1, 2, 2, I can write it down as 132. And here I'm going to quickly write it down as 220, but then that 2 is extra. Why? Because my base, I have taken it to be 100. So this 2, I need to take it and I need to add it. So these kind of questions are novel to you, right? Where you're going to carry it. So my answer is going to look like 13420. I hope I'm right. I've not made a mistake. Perfect. So I get 13420. And the last one is 850,993. Can I give it as a homework? Can you give it a try? No, you want me to take it up? All right. Let's quickly take it up. We have got 993. This is like minus, okay, minus 7. And then I've got 850. And we know it is like minus 150. All right. So what do we do? What do we do? Right. So it will be like 843. That's the first time when I subtract. 843. And then I'm going to multiply. So when I multiply, I get, hold on, I think I'm making a mistake. All right, so we just do 1050. Again, we have a 1 extra over there, so there was no mistake. I got it right. So this one, it needs to be carried over. Once you start doing it in Vedic way, it becomes really difficult to solve it the other way around. You give it a try. I tried it once, so that is what I'm getting as my final answer. All right. All right, great. So we proceed ahead with the next slide. What if? Now the question says, what if my numbers were different, having different signs? Like I had 95, which was 5 less, and 115, which is 15 more. So what do we do over here? When I multiply, this portion gets a negative sign. So what do we need to do in this case? When this part is getting a negative sign, when I do 5 into 15, or rightly speaking, minus 5 into plus 15, I get a minus 75. I need to deal with it. How do I do that? From 110, from the previous portion, I'm going to take away 1. So when I take away 1, because my base that I decided for this particular question is 100. So when I take 1 from this part, I am left with 109. Do you understand that? So I am left with 109. Right? And from that 100, I'm going to subtract 75, which was my negative number. So what do I get? I get a 25. So my answer becomes 100, 109, and then there is a 25. You getting it? The other way of doing it is you are having 11075. So you take it up, multiply it by 100. So whatever you have taken the base, you multiply it by the full base, and then you subtracted 75. That is also correct. But I feel this is a better way of doing. Like here also you are getting 088, right? So that is a negative answer. So what I need to do is I need to work upon my base. My base over here, which I have taken, is 1000. So when I have to borrow 1, when I need to borrow 1 from 1042, I'm of course left with 1041. But that 1 from here is accountable to 1000 in my real situation. And from this 1000, I need to subtract 88 to get the positive answer in my right hand part, which now happens to be 912. All right. All right. Is the video clear? Is the concept clear? Perfect. So this is a homework for you. Maybe you can pick it up. You can give it a try if you have to find out the products. Now, what will happen when you try and solve for 800? It will be 200 less. So here it will be minus of 200. All right. And when you try to solve for 1004, it will be 4 plus. Right. So just give it a try. This is a homework. We'll solve it in the next lecture. We'll stop here for today, give it a try, a little homework, and let's see if you get the correct answer. Your calculator can tell you if you were right. All right. Thank you, children. See you next time.